Old clips will pop back up. Me when I was fighting in the white collar days, to me that fighter is almost unrecognizable, like just so all over the place, and it makes me wonder, like, how the hell did you get this far?
Fabio Wardley has come a long way. No one expected him to reach the top of heavyweight boxing this quickly, but he had other plans.
To English champion, to British champion, to world champion. Phenomenal. I don't think there's another story like it.
He's not supposed to do what he's doing, but I think he's fantastic.
You know, I lost to one of the greatest fighters of all time, so there was no shame in that.
Dubois is prepared to prove his naysayers wrong this time, ready to take back the heavyweight crown.
What do you think about the label quitter with Daniel?
I think it's harsh. It is.
Your voice just broke when you said that.
Yeah, it is harsh, but it's not untrue.
Wardley isn't totally wrong here. Dubois has been cracked multiple times now.
The world says he's one of the best, or he's this.
Both camps have been grinding away in the gym all week. What's up, guys? Welcome back, and today we've got something big. On one side, Wardley's team is sharpening the tools that have already dismantled some of the best heavyweights in recent memory. On the other hand, Daniel and his crew are doing everything they can to shake off the rust and remind the world exactly who they're dealing with. Saturday, May 9th in Manchester is when it all comes to a head, and honestly, this might be the most fascinating all-British heavyweight clash in a very long time. Now, before getting into predictions and analysis, let's set the scene properly because context matters here. Wardley's rise has been nothing short of extraordinary. The Ipswich fan favorite came into the sport with zero amateur background, not a single amateur bout, and somehow fought his way to the top of the heavyweight division. That alone should tell you something about the kind of fighter he is.
Or I could have picked an easier fight and had a bit of a touch and got through someone in a few rounds and then got my hand raised and all the rest. But I'd have known in myself, I'd have known that I chose the path of least resistance, that I picked the easy way, that I picked the easy route. And I would have respected myself less, definitely as a fighter, but probably as a person as well, because at the end of the day, when you lay in bed, the only person you're talking to is me. And I'd have laid in bed and gone, that's not really you, Fab. You gave yourself the easy way out there.
Dubois, meanwhile, has had a career that reads like a proper roller coaster. The Londoner had his big moment in 2024 when he was upgraded to full IF champion following a dominant win over Filip Hrgović. Then came the Anthony Joshua fight in September of that same year, a massive statement win where Dubois dismantled one of Britain's most celebrated heavyweights inside 5 rounds. Then came Usyk.
Usyk whoops everybody. He's whooped Tyson Fury, he's whooped Anthony Joshua. Shit happens and you move on, it's boxing.
So what are people actually saying about how this plays out? Let's start with Teddy Atlas, who's never been shy about breaking things down in a way that actually makes sense. His read on this fight is that both Wardley and Dubois are heavily right-hand dependent, that's their primary weapon, their knockout punch, and crucially, both have also been hurt by right hands in their careers. That creates a fascinating chess match, because the biggest threat each man carries is also the thing the other man is most vulnerable to.
Both of them are susceptible to the other guy's forte, to the other guy's strength. The mental. It's always important. Where is a guy mentally? 75% of this is mental. That edge has to go right now to Wardley, who just won the heavyweight title. He's undefeated, and Dubois coming off a knockout loss to Usyk. So mentally, you gotta have the edge for Wardley.
Prince Nassim Hamed sees this differently from most. He actually thinks Dubois could produce the best performance of his entire career on Saturday night. His reasoning centers on Dubois' skill set, the footwork, the jab, the body work. Hamed pointed to Dubois' ability to dig to the body as an underappreciated part of his arsenal, comparing it to the way Agit Kabayel operates.
I mean, for me, Daniel Dubois said years ago, he's going to be the one that takes over the heavyweight division. I think this fight is going to show us, you're going to see Daniel Dubois probably fight the fight of his life. I just think that you need to understand something. Daniel Dubois has got heavy hands.
He does.
And he hits to the body very well. Just a little bit like Carbiol hits very well to the body as the heavyweights.
Yep.
So I think if he boxes the way he can fight, I think he's going to make it very, very hard for Fabio.
Dave Allen is the outlier in all of this. He's been picking against Wardley consistently, and he's not changing now. His reasoning is straightforward. Dubois simply hits harder than both Hooney and Parker, and if Wardley absorbs the same kind of clean shots he absorbed in those fights, Dubois will put him away.
But Wardley is a bit more up Dubois' street, I think. I think what makes Wardley good, obviously apart from his physical attributes, because he's just tremendously strong and powerful and tough. With Wardley, I think he's awkward because he's a bit that white collar background. I wouldn't say comes in handy, of course, but I think it makes him more awkward. He's not basic. He's not textbook. Probably the word I would use. He's not textbook.
Here's the honest take on all of this. Wardley is one of the most compelling stories in recent boxing history precisely because he has no business being where he is by conventional standards. No amateur pedigree, not a polished boxer, gets dropped and hurt regularly, and yet he just keeps finding a way. That is rare. That is special. But Dubois at his absolute best is a different animal from anything Wardley has faced. The Joshua performance in 2024 was clinical and devastating in equal measure. If that version of Dubois shows up on Saturday, Wardley's magic carpet ride might finally hit some turbulence.
There's almost no excuse, right? Like, if you win, there is no, he was old, he was damaged, he's this, he's that. He is right now at the peak of his powers as well.
Yeah, so am I. I'm getting stronger as well. Building up for this fight, I'm going to be, I'm just going to make sure I'm ready to fight, and that's it.
The common thread running through most of these predictions, though, is fascinating. Almost everyone acknowledges Dubois could win, but almost everyone is hesitant to actually pick him. That tells you everything about how much belief Wardley has built up over the last 18 months. He's turned skeptics into believers, forced promoters to abandon their instincts, and convinced pound-for-pound legends to compare him to George Foreman. That kind of gravity doesn't just disappear because the opponent punches harder.
I like to pull back the curtain of other fighters. Let me see what you've got. Let me see what, and also it exposes a bit of me as well when I'm asking myself a few questions. And let me see if I've got it. Because you can huff and puff and be in the gym and be like, no, I've got it all and I'll do 12 rounds straight and Okay, let's find out.
So who do you think wins this fight? Do let us know in the comment section below.